Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the final broadcast of the series that began with someone calling me the N word. And then I watched several shows in the past about the Karen character that is portrayed as a uppity white female that think that she is better than Mexican, Jews, Italians, male or female, and she used the term "you people." When I heard that term "you people," I said, wow, that is similar to using the N word, but a very soft version of it that doesn't really spark an attention, brought the message, the N word. It was going to be one episode, and then as I thought about it spontaneously on different days, I have part episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and now 9. Of those series, I would say that if I had to put them in a category, I would say number 1 is good. The people version of it is good. You people, along with other things that are said. Just taking a look at my notes, what I have said. And I thought about, should it be more? And I did a call to action, asking my listeners, do they want me to expound on specific episodes, or they have their own thoughts that they want me to discuss, and what do I think about it? So if you have an idea or you want me to piggyback off of this series of message, please type it in the comment section. I've read a lot of comments. I responded to some of the comments. I enjoyed the comment, and I must say they're all positive in nature. Even the one I kind of see that was negative, but I can't change people's opinion. I have my opinion. I try to go by facts, historical information, biblical information, and basic common sense. Not be driven by my emotions and feelings and what I think should happen because of the past history and all this kind of stuff, which takes away me from me. So I hope that this series of messages have been a blessing to you, that was informative, educational, that you look at the N word in such a way that you never saw it before. And even last night when I was watching various YouTube channels, it was some people have their own channel, and then they will discuss other people's videos, and it's on the sidebar like a split screen. And this Chinese person was saying, I'm not saying N, she spelled it, I'm not saying N-E-G. She said, I'm not saying a bad word. I'm saying like you people. And I kind of smile like she's actually saying something that like a spinoff of what I have said. And I thought that was not funny, but informative. And then today when I was doing something, I did so another commercial, not YouTube video, was had a YouTube, I'm sorry, a you Karen moment in it, but it was in a different variation. I said, oh, did they watch my videos? And they kind of, this particular channel, I said, did they watch my videos and kind of tuning down the you people kind of thing and coming from another angle? Because there are many channels out there that does do racism type uh, segment, and I know why, to stir up the masses, to get people mad, get people to look at them, people that agree with them, they come to their channel to hear what they have to say and what they're going to hear in the future. And that is a technique to draw the viewer, get the viewers, to get subscribers, subscription, and comment and likes ability, and people passing on and something like that. But I try to stay away from that type of technique. I do my best to try to inform you of information that you can do yourself, because I did a call to action that you can go and type in the word Karen in a YouTube channel, and you see hundreds and hundreds of videos about this particular character that's being portrayed out there on various YouTube channels. And if you look at the contents that is being revealed and shown to you, it is a soft version of racism. but not in the hard way of saying the N word outright and just say the N word that we call. I can say Negro, and you know what I'm talking about. Even by me saying Negro, depending on who's saying and how they're saying, it can still be derogatory or dehumanizing or insult. That why you calling me that? Why you just can't address me as a male or female, etc., etc. So it's my, like I say, I hope that this series of messages has been informative and educates you, because when I was going through what I have spoken over the last few weeks, these are the series, the N word sequel, you people, blacks don't own the N word, people like us, a positive message for you people. What is your life blueprint? Darren and Karen, my version of two sisters and brothers, twins, but they think differently. Self dehumanization that we all do among ourselves. I recommend you watch that and you will find answers in that particular segment. And this one, acting white, where someone did call me that when I was in the law enforcement profession, in the secular world as a manager in a restaurant. And in this conclusion, I say it's the N word, the founding conclusion, the N word conclusion about the N word. And maybe you have your own variation of N words experience yourself. Let me look. The series of messages are word education and informative. They reveal you to you first, then expand outward to others to educate if you choose to educate them. You can't make a horse drink water when you bring him to the till, the stream or the trough. He will have to drink the water himself. You can't make people believe and accept the truth unless they want to believe and accept the truth. I know that this message and this message and other things I've said in this message is sensitive to some individuals. They don't like what I say. I'm speaking from my experience, what's been told to me. It's sensitive. It's a hot button topic. It should not be discussed, especially from a black male or even a black woman. But then if a black male and a black woman should not discuss it, then who should I wait on to discuss the other races to teach me about me? No, it's like me trying to tell a woman what to expect by giving birth to a baby, and I'm a man. I can only address, oh, I read this in a book, but she can tell me about her experience of 9 months and what she expect and what she's going to expect and what she's feeling at that time being pregnant. So we must pull away from our how I feel, war is mean, this is offensive, you ought not to be talking or saying this. And then I'm reminded when there's another show that I saw 2 days ago. I wish I had saved it. This black man, he has a talk show. It's not Steve Harvey, it's another show. And I think he's on the internet world, Instagram world, even on TikTok world, on social media. And he was telling this person about uh, they discovered that he had more than one child. Or he said he didn't have any children, and he discovered that he had a bunch of children. And he said, "Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really?" And then he said the N word. He said, "That nigger is my child." I said, "Did I hear what he just said?" So I played it back. He said, "Really?" He said, "Who's that?" "That's his sister." And then I think it went on about, "Oh, the mom is here too." And you can see the expression on his face. He kept saying that word over and over. "That nigger is my child." And I couldn't, not that I couldn't believe it, but he actually said it. It was an interview setting, and I guess people was in the audience. And I'm saying to myself, what? We can say we have the right to say the word, and we own the word, but the way he addressed this child as being not his, and it was very disturbing to watch, and it made me feel bad because I was saying, "Wow, he said that about his child," and made me think that he's not the only one out there that use that word, black or white or anybody use the word just at the flip of their tongue without thinking. Maybe they did think, maybe they not realize how it is offensive and dehumanizing to other people. And yes, I know it's a sensitive topic and people only hear. Even heard something today, and I put on my YouTube short. It's the bearer of good news, the bearer of bad news, meaning You're always bringing bad news to me. You are a carrier of bad news. And I begin to think, oh, when someone come and reveal the truth, you can say, do we hear you the bearer of truth? No, you hear you the bearer of bad news. So when an individual come to you or whomever with the truth, we accept it. Oh, that's bad news. That's bad news. But it's not bad news. The reason why it's bad news to us because it requires us to think, decide, should we accept that as being the truth? And then we don't accept it to be the truth. We say that's bad news. And just play it off and don't even think about it. So let's think about this final segment. I want you to, if you have not watched any of the series, go back and start with number one. Listen to them, watch them without your emotions. Listen to them and watch them to be educated, to be informed. You may learn something to add to what you know, what you don't know, and it may change your way of thinking. And that I know can happen if you choose to happen. And I thought about, excuse me, the series that I started. The thought came to me that some people may think, but this is the first time I heard of you. Why are you talking like this, and why you choose this message, and it's not fair or inappropriate. Are you not being sensitive? And it reminded me of my previous YouTube channel and videos that I have done over the years. So I went back to them and I will share some of them. On my He Still Speaks YouTube channel, He Still Speaks Now Listen YouTube channel, all one word, lowercase, you will see, where are your tears? Our mind must be washed. Transgender has an agenda. Did a video on that 7 years ago. Transgender has an agenda. I did it 7 years ago. Playing the race card 7 years ago. Don't play the race card game 7 years ago. From the eyes of a cop, Black Lives Matter 7 years ago. And I'll get back to that in a minute. Are you a pimp or a prostitute? You may think, well, what is he talking about? I'm a pimp or a prostitute. And the first thing you probably think about the person out on the street. But as those of you who follow me know that when I write, I give you a subject or a title, you may think or have an idea that you think I'm going that direction. Maybe I don't. But it always flip the script and give you another understanding of my topics. Now, from the eyes of a car, Black Lives Matter, prior to Black Lives Matter was created or formed or even uttered off of people's mouths. Me being a former cop, I wrote a book titled From the Eyes of a Cop because I got tired of hearing that people saying police officers go out there and shoot black people and that's all they do. And I said, well, that's not true because I know black officers shoot black suspect and that don't make the news. And when I was shot at one time, the person said, well, I shot at you because I thought you was white. And I said, no, the only thing was white at 11 o'clock at night is that patrol car, and my teeth eventually got caught. And I think he got 6 years because that was his first time in the offense. And I thought about that. And then when Black Lives Matter came on the scene, I added Black Lives Matter to my title. But I wrote From the Eyes of a Cop, as sharing my experiences before Black Lives Matter was ever formed. I just add the title Black Lives Matter as a spin to let you see what I see from my eyes, what you don't see that I see. Not from an emotional, what I think I know. And these titles are a small sampling of my various YouTube channels, which I will share. It shows you I've done lots of message that can be controversial, insensitive, or pointing the finger, or you ought not to say this, you not to do that. Even my cousin, she had this thing about sagging pants. And I did something on my Facebook page, Anthony Milton, my Facebook page about sagging pants, and then somebody send me a link and educate me. Someone send me a link and say, no, what you said is true, but I'm going to give you deeper information. And they showed me something, another link that I went to, and I said, wow, I discovered it. And I said, wow, I did not know that. I did not push them aside and say, you can't tell me nothing. I added to what I know. And then I learned, I'm gonna give you a story. It's in the slavery days where you and I was not born. You and I did not know we were going to be born in the world. So back in in the days of slavery, when the black and females, some females went and be housemaids, and some black was in the farm. They different have different jobs and different whatever. And when they had a strong buck or black male that refused to bend or listen or whatever, they decide to sodomize that person in the public square where they are to dehumanize that individual. And then they made them wear a pair of pants or dress and pull down. And then when they went walking through the camp or wherever they were, it was a term they're saying they was bucking, so you can add to what you know what that means. So when a person walks around, they say, oh, he been buck. That was a term. You can start bucking in your Google search. And so that's what the person shared with me. And I thought about these young men walking around the street with their pants below their waist and think it's cool. And I even confronted some when I used to work on the college. And I said, why you? Well, that's how it is. I said, what do you mean by that? I said, do you know the history of that? No. And then I educate them, and they were shocked that that was the history of the sagging pants. Even when I worked in a prison, I did saw that in the prison scene, and someone educate me when you see prisoner walking that way, that means that they are whatever. You can read between the lines. And I said, well, what if someone approach you and think you that? Well, fight them up, beat them up. Then why go through all that if you know the history of the word? You know the history and the meaning of sagging pants, and some have gotten to wear matching underwear, shoes, socks, and whatever, and they walk sideways, and then if they keep walking sideways, you're gonna have a they're not gonna they might grow up that way when they get older. And so I'm representing, they have a belt on, and the belt is below their waist, and it's not tight above their waist, it's way below their buttock, and sometimes you can see the whole underwear is below, you know what I mean? And then walking in the mall with a pretty girl and attractive girl, it's like, does she not know he's walking like that? Does she not know? Yes, she know, but if women will speak up, and I've even seen females sagging in the front and in the back. I have seen other races sagging in the front and the back. So it's not exclusive to blacks, but when you do that, you sending a message, whether you wear of the message. You say, well, that's me. I'm representing. It's me. It's me. That's I'm all about this. I'm all about the trend. But know your history. Educate yourself about something. And I thought about it. What if the time come? I'm throwing it out there. When men start wearing dresses, will it be acceptable? I'm quite sure it'll be acceptable if a famous person, a rap star, movie star, start wearing dresses in public. Little kids and people start wearing dresses, matching tennis shoes and whatever, and they won't sag in the dress, they may sag in the skirt, but they wear a dress where women can wear my clothes and why I cannot. So you see where I'm going at. When you don't educate yourself, it's little thing, it's not going to hit you with a big gush. It's going to come little by little by little by little. So I thought about that in my younger years. I didn't care about all this stuff. I was down with, sleeping around and only thinking about my self-interest, my self-desire, and that's all I did. And yes, I'm sure I hurt women emotionally and mentally by breaking up with them and sleeping around, all this kind of stuff, knowing it was wrong and still did it. And then as I got older, then I had a divine intervention, a divine experience, and my thinking starts to change. And then when my thinking, I had to think, I had to accept what I heard about myself, investigate what I heard about myself, accept the lies and the untruths and the falsehood that I believe about myself. And then it pulled me out of the mindset that I was in and got me to where I'm at today. And I found my true call and my true purpose is to share what has been given to me with my own technique, my own niche of saying things by looking at things, hearing things, and bring forth a thought-provoking message where you, the listener, will put your end into it. And every time you read it, you can go to my he still speaks now listen.org, all one word. He still speaks now listen.org, and you see my webpage where I have a bunch of writings and stuff that I did over the years. Just hit the tab and you see I even posted a whole book. It's free for you to copy. Just make mention that you got it from me. It's on the He Still Speaks Now Listen. Go across the tab and you see from the other called Black Lives Matter. And I even got my own little Martin Luther King speech that I have a dream one day too. So make mention of that. So I have been doing this practically all my life. So it's nothing that I just picked up and said, oh, I'm going to talk about the N word because someone said that to me. That someone said to me in a comment that, I'm playing the victim role. How am I playing the victim role when someone use profanity towards me? I'm not to say I don't appreciate you using that toward me. I should accept it because it's a black word that we have owned. I don't remember buying it. If I bought it, I need to take it back and get a refund on the word. So when I say these things, it's not that I'm putting our people down because I add myself in the whole part too. The you people, blacks, white, Mexican, Italian, whatever, whoever says it out of their mouth, that's they're insulting the person and say you're less human, cannot accomplish nothing in life, you're less intelligent. And in one of my chapters, one of my sequel, I do say, what do you mean that you people that invented the traffic light? To you people that invented the refrigerator, you people that did something with blood, you people that did George Washington Carver with the peanut. So when you do your history and type in 100 black inventors or maybe more, you say, wow, these are the you people that I'm told that's ignorant, stupid, and can't produce anything and have no purpose in life. When you educate yourself, so wait a minute, you mean that you? So when you get confronted with that, and kids don't know none of this stuff, they grew up. I want to be a drug dealer. I want to sell drugs. I don't want to get the McDonald's and Burger King money. I want to get the shoes. I want to get the bling. I want to get the car. And then don't get any health insurance. Don't get life insurance. And then when they die, just cremate them or whatever, or they go fund me or whatever, because they say I don't care. Somebody else will bury me with their own money. So our way of thinking that we need to hear things like that to cause us to wake up. I know some people are waking up from the message that I have given because someone told me, yeah, I'll listen to your message, but I will never comment because I don't want people to think, I'm sorry, I don't want people to believe, I don't want people to know that I agree with you. So I understand that. But it must come a point in time, excuse me. It must be a time in our life where we accept the truth. I've been doing videos a long time without adding thumbnails. 7 years, as I mentioned, maybe longer than that. All of my videos are live and I upload them alive. Very few are recorded, and very few, none of them have thumbnails, which I intend to change in the future. And I thought about if I was looking to get paid by monetization, which I want to be monetized, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, and share, and let people know what you've heard. I would have stopped a long time ago, but I did. From the example I just gave you, that I did 7 years this, 7 years that. I recognize that I have a purpose in life is to be informative, to educate you, and say what needs to be said. And I'll use myself as an example so you can't say I'm being mad at so and so. You can be mad, maybe mad at me. So that's what it's about. So what next? What is next? The C is an N word can be added into the mix of everything that I share with you. I have other titles that will make you go, you think you know that, what I'm going to talk about, but it's going to come with a flip script. These are my YouTube channels. Thoughts in AM. Someone said, I met someone said, Anthony, you got a lot of thoughts. You need to create a channel about you. Like you might look at CNN and may have certain like Joy in the AM or different news character have their name plug into the title of this show. So mine is thoughts in the AM, not thoughts in the AM as in the morning, but thoughts in Anthony Milton. Automotive behavior. That is on one of my YouTube channel, showing you that your life, you behaving like a car. Everyone has been in a car, driven a car. I'm just going to give you a little snippet. Park, drive, reverse, and neutral, and overdrive, and low gear is how we function. Some of us should be parked. Some of us should not drive. Some of us are doing the driving and let God as the co-pilot. Some of us are in reverse mode, always looking back instead of looking forward. And some of us are shifting when we should not be shifting. And some are constantly looking inside the mirror when they should not be. And some should stay put. That's a small segment of different videos I have posted and talked about as automotive behavior. Then I have my own workout channel. It's called 2day9 TODANOW workout. And He Still Speaks, my first YouTube channel, He Still Speaks Now Listen, is a YouTube channel. Check out the video. Then another one I created called Cosmetic Relationships, showing you that we all, a woman go to the store and get cosmetic and put on her face and looking. I remember back in the day when I used to go to the club, the night lights, the smoke, and the fog, and the woman looked so good. You take the woman home, and she take the man home. They engage in a sexual relationship, and then light come. Ooh, wow, geez, you don't look like the person that I took home. And then I flip it and say, oh, we all in a cosmetic relationship. Our behavior is our cosmetics that we put on. Our behavior is our cosmetic that we put and apply to us. So next time you see someone, oh, that's a cosmetic behavior. Anger, frustration, whatever a person is doing is a form of cosmetic behavior. And then this one is hidden tears. All tears are not wet. It was the hidden tears of black men. I shortened it, say all tears are not wet. The grandparent can say, boy or daughter, you need to get help because what you're doing is bad. A person's behavior can be a form of crying out, and the only thing can help them is the truth, just like a tissue or a towel can wipe away the wet tears. The truth that when they admit that they have a problem, begin the process of wiping away the hidden tears. And then I got one called Football No Football, showing you that the aspects of a football game, every part of a football game reveal you and I. You can watch my introduction on that one. And then I have my own little self business where I call Tony's Tuesday Now Creation, where I do customized t-shirts. So I do a lot. I have done a lot over the years. That's an extension of me. It's like when you go in the grocery store, you see one soap or one dish detergent, you see the pod, the liquid, the powder, the capsule. So they squeeze out their product in all various forms. So that's where I'm coming from. And I started off weak, and I still start off weak, and my subscriber has not increased because I was not doing anything with my channel. I was just putting it out there and stop. And so I'm beginning to come out of my turtle shell and stick my head out, not worrying about what people think, not worrying about what people will say or they accept my message or seeking someone approval. I'm just going to go forth. And last, when I did my segment on the sound of freedom, one before it even came out, I think it's June the 23rd, I did a spontaneous one thing you can watch on my Hidden Tier channel, where I did a spontaneous video when I came out of the local gym. And I just did the video because I felt led to do the video, my version being an ex-cop and what I saw in the preview. And when I did that, right now you go in my short, I'm not lying to you, you can see that one video of 1 minute have watched 74,000 plus people have watched that particular video. I said, wow, I do have something to say. Not someone, I got negative comment, people thought I was making fun, but and some people even offended me, saying no, he's not making fun. You can read the comment yourself. So I thought about, so wow, that's like 4 or 5 college football stadium. Can't you hold that many people and different people? And then you can do a YouTube or pull out or show you how many people watch your video by age and where they're watching it from. And I felt good. It wasn't a plan. It was not a planned video. I just did it spontaneously. And lo and behold, that's the vast enough. I wish those 74,000 plus people have hit the subscribe button and watch and let me get to 4,000 hours. But it's okay because I learned that when I plant and when I grow and when I do what I'm doing the right way, not dramatizing, not degrading people, not doing anything to get likes and subscription and something to be viral. Even someone said that this message should be, the series and messages should be viral because people need to hear the contents that I put out in this series of videos and the ones that I have watched, they have watched in the future. So I thank everyone that watch the series of videos that I have done. It's my hope that you go, excuse me, it's my hope that you go to my channels that I mentioned, like them, subscribe, comment, and I always say, don't think for someone else. Let someone hear what you heard because they may need to hear, they may need to know what you heard because it will give them peace. And I say to you, that the humanization, dehumanization message, I will put that in the top 5. When you listen to that message, you will see you in there first, and you see other people in that message, and you will be able to recognize it when you do it yourself and when other people are doing it to you. Don't dehumanize. Stop dehumanizing yourself. Don't allow people to tell you something that's not you. Don't agree with an opinion that's not about you. So, Lord willing, I'll be back soon with another series of message. I'm debating on what I should share. But if you have a comment, if you want me to discuss something, or you want to add to this series of messages that I didn't discuss, or want clarity, or want more of what I'm saying about this message, I will consider it depending on what it is. I don't do, they did this to me, they did that to me. Yes, you can say that, but what was the outcome? We can always blame somebody for something, but what was the outcome of them blaming you? And when they blame you of something, you personally, not because of history, you personally, if they blame you for something that you have did and still doing, then what do you want to be set free from? And how are you going to be set free from that? Is accept that you're doing it, you're still doing it, and you recognize it within yourself. You cannot go to someone and tell them they should not smoke and drink, and these are the consequences, but you doing the same thing. So I recommend a must video, that one for sure. I promise you that you will see your, if you want to admit yourself, you will admit that, yeah, that's me. It's like when I do my Facebook videos pop up, I say to any male that have been verbally and physically abused by a woman, shout out, tell me your story. Hit me in the comment section. Do you want me to discuss that? Tell me. Am I the only man that's been, I know I'm not. I'm being, funny that men do not get abused by women of many races. I remember living in an apartment complex and I heard some noise outside and I peeped through the door and I saw this small young black female had this chest, her hand in the chest of a tall man, maybe 6 feet, taller than me. And she said, say something. I dare you to say something. And I wasn't open the door, but the reason why I did not open the door, if it was a gun or whatever, called 911. But the reason why I didn't open the door, because I didn't want the man to be put on the spot and feel embarrassed and do something foolish and then he get beat up later. And guess what happened? Nobody, no male responded to say, you know what, Anthony? I am abused. I'm in marriage right now. I'm dating right now. And I have dated women that have been very abusive to me. And this is how I handled it. This is what I should have done. Thank you for opening this up for me to know about myself and give me. Nobody responded. Was I mad? No. It just showed me, like the person said, a lot of us are in the closet when it comes to being abused mentally and physically by a female. Yes, special or black female, special or black male, when we know it's the truth, it's out there. And when it's out there, people say, oh, don't say that, don't say that. And most men, because I'm a man, I don't cry, I don't say that, they don't. And then what happens? They suffer and they stay in a relationship. We, especially young people, need to educate themselves. Educate themselves. Yes, I thought about, yeah, if I just focus on the N word when I did part one, I would have been done with it. But then I felt led to talk about other subjects that's brought, it's like when you have a tree and you plant apple, the tree produce apples. Some is in the sun, some is in the middle, some to the bottom, some to the left. You have different shades and different colors of apples, and it's still from the apple tree, came from the root of that apple seed. So these messages is from my inward tree showing various things that came to me to discuss, to talk about. And when I say we don't want to say that, when students are fighting in school, when parents are letting the kids decide they should date when they're under 18, and then they bring the boyfriend sleep over, the boyfriend move over, and it's a little kid under 15 years old who is the adult. The kids are the adult, and kids have become the adult, and the parents has become the parent. Maybe that'd be another message. I don't know. If you feel I should go that way, then comment in the section. But it need to be said. It's not being said on a broad scale because people don't offend anyone. You're not offending anyone when you say, kids are out of control. How many videos you see where kids shoot kids or kids do violence or kid fights in school, and you say, where are the parents? Where are the cops? And they blame, someone else on the outside. If the cops talk to kids, then they say, "Oh, the cops throw their person down," but they forget about, hey, it's a bunch of kids fighting. What if the kid take out the video camera and they videotape and everything? Someone could have died. Someone could have been injured, and everybody just watching with the video because they want to get a viral video. So you see where I'm coming from, and then they should get the teaching from home. But some parents don't teach or don't educate, and they let the streets teach their children. They let the video go and teach their children. They don't involve themselves in the kids' homework. When I was married, when I had kids, I did the best. My wife did the best to involve ourselves with our children. So yes, I can come from that position, but some kids don't have. They're living with their grandparents, their sister, their cousin, and niece and nephew for whatever reason. That's that for whatever reason. But kids under 15 should, under 18 should be educated in some form, and telling them the truth. You may be a bearer of bad news. It's bad news to them that what you're telling them. And yes, kid will say, "I'll call 911 if you don't let me have my way." Some kid will make up lies on their parents just to get their parents in trouble because the parents didn't let them have their way. And then parents would turn around and just be their kid friend, and then ignore the things that they're doing. So, "Oh, not my child, not my child," and everybody know it's her child. So things like that. And the thought just came to me that I was close with when I was in my younger days. I looked at a pretty woman. I thought she looked good in that skirt. She looked good in that dress. She looks good in whatever. And today, kids are dressing so provocative, not modestly anymore. It's like if they get married, everybody gonna see. Like when I saw on Facebook this woman showing her wedding ring, and black female said, "I'm getting married," but she was in her underwears. To me, she was in a bra, like a swim bra top, and a bikini, and she was showing her wedding ring. To me, her husband, everybody gonna see what she looked like in her swimming outwear. And then I had this thing about Victoria's Secret. You can go in a Victoria's Secret store, and I used to take my kids and they say, "Oh, Dad, this don't come in here." They was embarrassed. I would go outside and wait till they come because they felt that was off limit for a man to be in it. They was young. They felt, even when I used to go down the bras and panty section in the Walmart or Kmart back then when they had a Kmart, they said, "No, Dad, don't come on that section." So I remember those times I go in this wait for them to buy it, and they used to conceal what they was buying. So they had a sense of, hey, men shouldn't be seeing, women garment, and that's how it is brought up. And I thought about today, it's like me seeing a nice woman, and I said, "Oh, what she look like with her clothes off?" Practically, I don't have to imagine. I just say, "Oh." Then I might go to the gym or go to the mall, and I see a walking mannequin down the mall. You know what I mean? Women wear the same clothes on the mannequin that they will wear under their dress or under their pants out in the general public. I remember pantyhose, and now it's not. It's whatever. And then have the different underwear under the pantyhose, and say, "Wait a minute, where's the modesty when it comes to women dressing?" You don't see that very. You see it in the older generation, but the young. So things like that have destroyed the women. It actually destroyed women. To me, the modesty of women. Oh man, in my old days, yeah, show it, like it, been a part of it. I'm not going to deny that. But as I got older and I see the harm that it's doing today, it harmed me emotionally and had me thinking different ways. So now you can go any given day, go out in the public sector, and I call it the Victoria's Secret girls. The Victoria's Secret has a secret. And my thing is Victoria's Secret has a secret that that Victoria's Secret is owned, the original owner was men. I thought it was women. That I educate myself on that one. I thought Victoria's Secret was a women company, but it's not. It was originally made by men. I said, okay, I learned something. So what I'm saying to you is that when we educate ourselves, like, wow, I just educate myself so I can't be taken advantage of because of the information I learned. I can apply it to myself or apply it to other people. It would be very helpful to learn something about self. So my saying is, when you go out in the street and you go home or wherever you may go and you go in the mall, and say, "Oh, that is a Victoria's Secret girl," because she's a walking mannequin. I see everything what she look like. I see her. We can say swimming top, uh, bathing suit, and some Victoria's Secret clothing can be used or is used in the form of a bathing suit top and a bathing suit bottom. It's like no different. It's like, what is the bathing suit? What is the bathing suit on a female opposed to the stuff that they sell in any woman's store? Not picking on Victoria's Secret, or it could be any store that sells women garment. Where's the difference between the two? Really, it's not anymore because they can just simply walk out into the store or with a full body suit. Like, wait a minute, did she not see she's showing everything? And then my day, I said, oh, she looked good. I see every part of her body. But as I got older, I look at it and say, it's not the right way. And because of where I am, I have to speak about it when it comes out of my mouth because maybe someone didn't hear. Maybe the young people didn't hear it. And people say, oh, I can dress. This is my body. I can do what I want to do. Yes, you can do what you want to do with your body, but there's consequences when you do something with your body when it's inappropriate because you must think. You may think it's your body, feel it's your body, believe it's your body, and you can do whatever you want, but you will be mindful that the person that's watching you, man or woman, is not thinking like you are thinking, and you can set yourself up as a victim. And from my law enforcement career and experience, I have investigated and would call to many rapes that female and they feel bad that happened, and because raped by their boyfriend or someone just met. So all of this series is to inform you, to educate you, and it's my prayer, hope that what you heard in this conclusion of messages, conclusion in this segment, and listen to the other videos, that you will get something from what I shared. If you don't get anything from what I shared and you decide that you're not going to watch it, that is your choice. That is your opinion. But that does not, you're not exempt or immune that when it does happen or you see it, it's like a politician says, uh, I'll sign the bill and then I will read it. Okay, if I do that, then when I go read it, you just find out that, hey, I signed the wrong bill. I don't agree with that. You don't sign it. You should have read it. So all I'm saying to you, those of you in the sound of my voice, listen to my videos. Check out my YouTube channels, all the one I gave to you. I promise you'll find something in there that you're going to say, wow, I need to hear that. I need to hear what I just heard. I need to hear what I just learned about myself and others. Thank you, Lord willing. It's a pleasure to present this to you. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you have anything, watch my long form videos pertaining to these subjects and many others. And like I say, if you wanted me to expound on any of these subjects or any other video that you may have looked at, put it in the comment section. I will consider it and then I will produce it and I'll do my homework. So thank you, share, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.